What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the CMP podcast. Today we have an episode about the finale of Hell's Paradise. Before we even keep going, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. We're on our way to 2,000 subscribers. And one last thing. What are your thoughts on the finale of Hell's Paradise? Everybody, hope your weekend is going great. Let's jump right into the finale of Hell's Paradise. I was trying to see how many times I could say that in the intro of this video.
What, Hell's Paradise?
I can definitely fit the finale of Hell's Paradise one last. All right, Mo, I need you to start off because this is what you want to talk about most. What do we think, bro? Talk about it. What do you think about this episode? How'd you feel about it? How'd you feel about the ending? I need to know it. Let me know. Let us know.
Wait, what do you mean the ending? You're talking about the ending of the episode?
Hell's Paradise.
In the full sense, right?
Yeah. In the scope of things. Go ahead.
Right. So, this is a great show. After I watched it, it probably wasn't immediately after I watched this one. It was probably a little bit. But I watched it and I digested it. I said, itadakimasu. Thank you. Thank you for the meal. I bowed my head. I said, thank you, Mappa, for this gracious blessing that you gave me. Because this was quite the ride. So to start the episode off, let me go back and look at it. They're if I'm not mistaken, they're in the midst of the fight with the plant monster. All right? Yeah, they're in the midst of the fight with the plant monster. Gray hair had just shown up, and he he has a pretty good mastery of Tao, and it's obviously because of the blindness that he's had. So he's had to hone his other senses. And he doesn't call it Tao. He's like the waves. So that's what he uses to sense his surroundings. He uses the waves. And he has a pretty refined feeling for it. So he's able to move much more freely, much more superhuman than Rebecca? What's her name?
Oh my god, dude. Sagiri-san.
Sagiri. That's her name, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Wait, so you really like that everybody got the ability to do Tao when they needed to in this anime?
It wasn't when they needed to.
It was definitely when they needed to. If he had done it before, the other guy would have lived.
What about the yellow haired dude?
Which one?
He gets Tao when he needed it.
The blind, not the blind one, but the one I got.
The blind one. The other guy.
The brother.
Not the one I got.
The brother.
No, not him. The one that was hanging out with the gray hair dude.
Oh, okay.
He didn't get Tao when he needed it.
I don't know, man. They just wrapped up this season.
Like
Everybody got it.
He got smoked. The gray hair dude.
The characters kind of died, right? So they kind of needed Tao.
Well, it has been only 3 days in the progression of the series, so
that was a fun point. It hasn't only been 3 days.
Man.
So what are you saying? So tell me. So let me hear it, because I want to hear this. So
I'm saying that some of these people, Gabimaru, sure, he's experienced more fights versus these guys, and actually like sat with the dude with Groot and all that stuff. So him having an understanding of it makes sense.
Right.
Him makes sense. He has the most chances to understand it. He even went off and fought, and he got saved by a girl who was saying "strong, weak, strong, weak, strong, weak." You scream in my ear, "strong, weak." I'm gonna eventually understand it. Maybe. Him, I think, makes sense. But this guy in the forest, I'm starting to understand the waves. Like, huh? So now we calling them waves? This episode, you weren't calling them waves when you were fighting for your life. With your neck versus the other.
No. He was calling them that.
When he was fighting the other dude?
Yeah.
The tan? Whatever.
That's literally when he was explaining it to the girl in that same episode, when he was explaining to the girl and he was like, I'm not going to teach you how to fight. You're going to learn how to fight by listening to. He was explaining. He explained the waves. Then
he used the word waves while we were talking about it. I got
sure.
back. I don't know.
Just like I'm
some understanding of it.
Yeah, I'm not listening to Mo at all. That's most likely a lie. But
I know.
Remembering that how he wants.
I know what I'm talking about.
No, I just think, I don't mind. I don't mind them understanding. Look, I don't mind them understanding at all. I just think that it was weird that the blind guy starts to understand it even more without having, because everybody else who got it, right? the girl, the sticky girl, everybody else had someone of the island explain it in a way, right? But this guy's
the
like,
sticky girl doesn't have it. The sticky girl doesn't use it like everybody else does.
no, I know, but they have an understanding of it. Even if she can't understand it, like I can understand the topic, but not fully comprehend how to put it into, you know, how to actually do it.
I
But she
really
doesn't do
like
it,
that
though.
now that I think about it. I really like that. It's like religion. Like everyone has their own concept of religion, and it's like everything about religion. Like most religions are connected in some sort of way, and like that pulls the theme together as well.
I
like
just thought
that.
it was interesting though that he was able to come to that conclusion and effectively use it, whereas the others needed literally people to push them in the direction, or even give them hints or talk about it.
No, but even like the last episode, the guy, the flower guy, was like, "Oh, you're ninjutsu with like the slime girl. It's basically this Tao used in a different way." So like, I think everyone on the island, like Gabimaru's like fire thing, that was probably this Tao. So like they've been using it, they just didn't know the name to it, and they weren't using it in a precise way. So it was just like, you know, it's like forging a sword at that point. You know, you keep pounding it until it gets more refined and refined.
So
Maybe. I don't know. Kind of threw me off a little bit, but I digress. You can keep going.
let us know what you think down below.
No, I do agree though. I do feel like it went a little bit too fast, but I understand it. Like I don't want this episode to be like, or the series to be pegged down with everyone's like learning it.
Too fast.
Yeah,
I mean, the guy went from damn near losing his throat into the guy to we fast forward to this scene. Besides them fighting versus the monsters, right? We fast forward to this scene. He's already able to go head to head with this rose monster, this flower monster.
yeah, these are like gods, and he's already at like god level at that point.
Like his breathing as well compared to breath. I mean, she does it differently, right? She needs like breaths and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But like him able to do it, obviously he's suffering, but he talks about like, you know, you will die while doing it, but he doesn't really have much, like he's not really suffering while doing it. He only suffered because he got hit by the roses and stuff, right? Like
But,
he only
like
because he's bleeding.
The rose monster said he's only so powerful because it's the whole concept of the strong, weak, strong, weak. He was in the perfect state between life and death. So it's not like he is that strong. Everything just lined up for him perfectly for him to be that strong.
Yeah, I get that though. That makes sense.
I mean, yes, the whole like he's gonna win because he's like that. Yeah, I mean that's fair. That's fair. I'm just saying he was still going toe to toe before he got scratched up too.
Yeah, and it was also 3-on-1.
That don't matter. It's that god.
I think it matters. And he was also, if you watch that fight, he was the god thing was getting the better of them.
They were, but like still at this level, like 3 days in, you expect like a group of 3 people who barely know how to use their abilities to their like fullest potential can take down a god.
But they're the goats already, so
Nice
I'll take
shonen.
It is a shonen trope.
Nice shonen. Oh, my favorite was heel hug heel. I was
that's a fact. That's a fact. No.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
No, obviously hugs and affection and love actually does make you
Oh.
feel better. But the way it did was crazy. You got your energy back now, didn't you? Like,
He's
no,
like, hey, don't
bitch.
do that again, though. Hey, don't do that again.
No,
Just wagging his
now
finger.
now my back hurts. I just thought it was funny. I like that it didn't match up with Slime Girl, but it matched up with the other girl.
I wonder if that's a
relief.
compatibility thing.
Research believe that hugging and other interpersonal touch can boost a hormone called oxytocin and also affect our endogenous opioid system. Endogenous?
Androgynous?
Okay.
No, I don't think it's androgynous.
Now explain the
Yeah.
Kamehameha in scientific terms right now.
There is no scientific term to
Endogenous.
explain the Kamehameha because Dragon Ball Z is just not real.
Hmm.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Calm
You
down
got a
there,
Dragon
Shmuel.
Ball Z denier in the chat.
I do think it was interesting that or I thought it was cool that the guy with the roses and got all cut off and everything was able to like, no, don't
No,
worry. The flower
no.
stomach is in in
Yeah. First
the
of all,
bowl.
you don't need to scream,
Yeah.
bro. Just tell the girl and she can translate. Like your throat's not working, bro. Just let her
No,
know.
he's giving his all.
Yeah. Bro, in a fight where each second matters, you think he's going to waste time?
And whisper it.
He got up. he was down. He got up and he
He
started
was
walking.
I think
passionate about it. He
standing
was
the whole
passionate.
time. I think he was standing the whole time.
I like that though. He was like, "Hey man, this is a plant. Hold up, that's not what the core is."
I actually find it
No.
interesting that he did it
A
because
bowl.
I know it works with his backstory, but I actually think the other girl, the small girl, should have been the one to say it, considering she's the one who was so in tune with nature and how to do things. Like, remember, the waves go this way. Oh, the animals flee this way. Oh, what about the plants? You live
It
in
would
a
have been funny.
forest.
It'd be like, "Hey man, what's this ovio you're talking about, bro? where is it?
He's
That's
like,
a big word.
Ovio."
Talking about the circle?
He's like the oval. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have just started cutting everywhere.
A lot of
Yes.
circles here. Fuck it.
I would have cut a little bit lower. I'm been like, is this the place?
It's like, what do you mean the circle's the place? Why is Agri feeding me bad info?
It's all circles. What's he talking about? Hey, somebody shut that guy up.
Sheesh.
Just get off the head and keep cutting. That's the problem. That's the same problem that we had the first time they cut him down.
No, you
And
don't
even
just cut off the
let's say
head.
that happened. No,
You're
that's, no,
fine.
no. I'm saying let's say that happened, right? Remember last time she cut the first the girl, ribbon girl,
Right.
cut the
Sagri.
the red ribbon army. She cut the guy, and then they went down. Why one cut? Do a couple more cuts, like in
They
this
would have
scenario.
been fine though.
Yeah.
No,
No
you do a
time,
couple cuts while
bro.
he's down. You just keep cutting until you got it all.
Look,
And then
look.
he would have exploded right on top of you.
I mean, no, he wouldn't have, because we saw here where they were cutting and the dude was regenerating worse because he was cutting with intention and the waves.
It's all
Right?
about intention.
I'm saying that they could have just literally kept cutting and cutting and cutting. This type of boss.
He already blew his flower load on Santo.
Obviously, no. That
He
was,
would
that
have
was
blown it on somebody else too.
he wouldn't have. He needs time. It takes time to regenerate. We saw it took time too.
The first
No.
time did they do the power source, the belly button, like, or was
It just goes up. It just happens immediately. It's like what happened to Gabimaru. Like there was nothing. He thought he won. And then it's just like an explosion of power.
That's because he didn't keep going.
yeah?
That's my point. Just keep cutting them. If you think every second counts,
No.
keep cutting.
It's just gonna pop up right under you.
You gotta go even
Yeah,
further
what's that?
beyond.
I don't know. I'm just saying. What do you guys think about the dude's ending? Thought it was good. I want to be in the arms of the girl. No, not Gavimaros. I want to be in the arms of the girl I care about.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, little bro.
He got a happy ending.
Yeah. Died.
That was
No
my thought.
eyes, bleeding. I just wanted to know your thoughts.
I mean,
I think the right thing happened there.
Okay, that's fair. Me?
Oh, you about to say? Make sure about to say something. Go
yeah,
ahead.
I like the guy. So I was like, I'm kind of sad that he's gone, but also I'm like, he showed some worth, but I don't think he was going to be like that big into like the fighting scenes. Like once you found all the information, he's going to be standing there in the background, just cheering them on. And it's like, hey, gotta do
There
this
was
now.
a big fighter.
Hey, he's a ass man though.
He's pretty fast, I'll give you that. But like,
He was an ass man.
he's
Chimpak
an
is
ass
right.
man.
That boy was ass, man.
Bars?
Oh,
Like, he came through in the clutch though, with a little bit of advice.
The
I liked how cool-headed,
apocalypse.
I liked how cool-headed the ninja girl was. She's like, nah, you gotta let homie die. Because the dude in the silver back there, he gotta live. he
he got some work.
gotta live.
Yeah.
Like, ain't no two ways around that.
He's too nice.
Yeah, he too nice with it. So everybody come over here, say your goodbyes. Alright. What's your name, my G? What's your name? State your name, pimpin'. All right. Go ahead and let everything go. Let your worries go. My favorite rapper would made a song about going to a strip club and telling the strippers to let their worries go.
What did Big Sean say?
What did
Exactly what
you
he
say?
just said, actually.
That's
He just said
exactly
exactly what he just said.
That's what he said, actually.
I don't know how I feel about the memory thing, but I also don't know how I feel about, while that's simultaneously happening, the ninja at the same time is like have we ever seen this? Have we ever done this? Like, girl, you've been around the whole time that he's been wanting to be with his wife or
I
whatever.
feel like it was one day.
Even still, it was only 3 days, yes. But even still, she has barely more time with him than
No,
than
but
Roman Army.
what she's I guess implying is like it's like when your parents are lecturing you about something. You know?
Okay, go on.
In which case, like, they're trying to make you realize, like, your parents know that you see something, but they're trying to make you realize that what they're saying is true. It's opening. It's all about perspective.
Tied in.
Yeah.
Tied in. No, don't. Can you tie it in?
Oh, I just did.
Yeah, it's all about perspective.
I
It's
don't
like,
get what
oh,
you-
this
I don't
kid,
get what you
this
mean.
kid is a bad influence. He does this, and this. It's like maybe you shouldn't really be hanging out with him, but like you're blind to that aspect
What's that have to do with the show?
because she's blind to the fact that, well, she wants to believe that he's not brainwashed.
So what do you?
Like it would be way too sad if he wasn't brainwashed. If he was brainwashed.
Yeah, I kind of felt bad for him, but I was also thinking like, okay, it's not a shipping triangle anymore.
Yeah. Well, if that's true, we don't know that.
Yeah,
I
they can
like
finally
this
do
whole
both
thing.
jujitsu now. So,
Oh.
bro, for power it's
Oh,
purely
for
for
power.
power.
For power. My bad. I thought you meant like for real.
No, there's no moral implications if they do it now.
Come on, Trebek. Mason
Come on.
say he wants them to fuck. He said he wants them to do both jujitsu.
Yeah, I'm just using what the show gave me. Okay,
Dude, Bo Jiu-Jitsu is so crazy.
it really is.
It's a way to boost your power.
It's true
It's the
though.
greatest way to boost your power.
do you guys like that he lost his memory?
I think it's a very interesting twist.
Yeah.
So do I. Yeah.
The other thing is like I absolutely love the way this anime shows information being gathered. Like it shows all the different perspectives.
At
Like she's
once.
talking to him about the memory loss, and then it shows him with his memory loss. Just to what's the expression?
Tied together.
Try to like pull it, come home.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Bring
it
it
makes it all
home?
come home.
Spider-Man
I don't
come
know.
home.
Yeah.
Back when I was a kid and I watched
I don't
shows
know.
and stuff,
Back
and
when
I
there
do
you
was
were a
know.
kid.
I do know.
Oh.
that's why I'm telling you for those that don't know. He didn't know. When I was like, way younger, and there used to be like scenes and different things. I didn't understand that things could happen at different times, and that I figured, why are they fighting and
What do you
talking
mean?
here?
What do you mean? You didn't
Oh, so,
understand?
okay. So
Yeah.
let's say
Jason
some no, but let's say like in a show, someone is
Right.
literally dying, right, and they got 30 seconds left, and then
Right.
we giving a 5 minutes of the other scene of somebody else in a different part. I'm like, yo, these guys already dead. It's been like 5 minutes already. Like it's over. And I didn't understand the concept of like, at least back then, that this scene could have been happening earlier than the other scene, and then they're tying into being here, like as a younger kid. You know,
Okay.
but
Oh, okay.
obviously, I get it now. Anime
Oh, you get
has
it
fake
now,
time.
huh?
Yeah, anime has fake time.
Big time.
All fake time. It's been
I
3
mean,
days. By the way,
three
by the way,
days for 13 episodes is
3
crazy.
days is wild. Also,
No, that's cool.
also, we just got confirmation that yes, the next wave is coming.
Next wave.
Next
Next
wave.
Next
wave,
wave.
like we said was happening.
Way too. And
But
he said they did that before.
the timing's off though. The timing's off
Timing's
because
off.
I'm gonna see if I can find it. They said the wave is probably coming by. We have a couple hours. We have another day at best. It's been at least a night since then and a morning. And
Listen, like I said, sometimes there's slight delays.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying. I think they should have been here a little bit earlier, like a day.
I think that's
before.
a bad nitpick.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying, man. Convenient. Okay, but so back to what I was saying. I'm not a big fan of memory wipes. They did it to Big Mom in One Piece, and I was like, oh, come on. Like, the biggest enemy turned into an ally because she forgot.
It was like 3 episodes.
It was still
Yeah,
big,
yeah.
though.
It
was still
wasn't
big.
great
Chopper could
there.
have died. Chopper could have died. Chopper literally would have died if she didn't forget.
I mean, that's
That's
also One Piece. One Piece is like a little bit worsely written than Hell's Paradise.
I
little bit?
don't think I
about
agree
that,
with
bro.
that. I don't think I agree
A lot
with
of
that
it.
at all.
A lot of it, I'd say.
I don't think I agree with that at all. But you know what? We can agree that you're wrong. But
We
I don't know,
we
me and
I think-
Mo, we
I
tag
think we
team.
agree that you're wrong, but you know. It's okay. Continue. What was your point? Continue. You don't like that. You don't like he has memory loss.
I don't think they have memory loss because it opens up too many holes and things. It's just like it's not. I don't know.
But it's not even confirmed though.
It is. He
It is
says he doesn't
confirmed.
know.
The girl. Look, he said
So
he
it's not
doesn't know.
memory
I'm gonna
loss.
pretend. There's blockage or whatever. It is literally memory loss. The girl looked at him and he didn't have a head. Like half
Yeah.
his memories are gone,
So his towel is like blocked off.
Yeah.
which results in memory loss. He said, "Who are you?"
So it's a
He
result.
doesn't
it's a
remember
result
them.
of memory loss, but it's not like he hit his head and then he woke up and didn't.
That's what I'm trying to understand too. Like, why I don't get it.
He exhausted his towel in the fight. That's why he went out. That's why he collapsed in the first place, because he exhausted his towel in the fight. With that big ass Rasengan that he fired off at the dude.
No, I think it because he had a line where he's like, "I don't know these people. Like, all I know is myself." So it's like partial memory loss. I don't think he remembers the island at all.
Yeah, he doesn't remember the island at all from what it appears. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, if he used his tower, he's new to it. He went too hard at once. You ever been new to something and you just gone too crazy off the bat because you're excited? It's like a PS5 or something. I couldn't tell you. Or your penis. The first time you used it, maybe you got too excited and you went crazy. You went too hard on it. That's what happened here. He went way too hard on it the first time.
Can't relate with you more, but I'll believe you.
You can't relate. Oh,
Relate. Can't relate.
my first time. First time, I went crazy. I probably jacked off 6 times in one day.
Damn.
That was yesterday.
I believe you.
First
I've
team
been
all
so
boot
lonely.
you.
You've been so lonely
First team all boot
ever
jujitsu.
since.
A one-man boat jujitsu, crazy.
I'm just not a fan of memory loss. And,
I think it makes sense here though, because if his mind has been like, if he's under hypnosis
Manipulated.
or whatever, yeah, if he has like partial brain damage from like previous stuff, it kind of makes sense to me that like he's more susceptible to it. So like I'm okay with it in this story, especially since we don't know exactly what happened on in his hometown.
But I would have liked it better if he actually got hit on his head into a rock like he did the first time he fell down there. But
I don't
mean,
know
he was
about
still
that.
fine.
I
I just don't like it after like it's like when in an anime when the main character is finally connecting with the girl for the first time and then they introduce a tsundere or someone else. That's like why? Like let me see if I don't mind the side where the girl is talking with the other girl about what if this is all an illusion. I would rather it had been him doing everything. They fight. They eventually meet up, and then he has to come to this realization that actually breaks his mind. That's it. I would rather that, in my opinion.
that would be pretty
then-
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I would rather like them still being whatever, them remembering everything, and when they're actually interacting, like he gets either asked about this or something happens that comes up, or someone from the village happens, and then he has this realization that like breaks him, like he can't fight like regular. He's like, there's no point. Everything I knew was a lie or whatever. Instead of
You'd rather it just randomly happens? I mean, it's the same thing, isn't it? Something just randomly happens then.
it's not random
What's the
though. It's a realization because the girl is now thinking about this and she's like going crazy and crying over it, right? So we have her backstory into it, and she's tied to him, right? She has strong feelings to him, whatever they are. So that she confronts him about it, and then that actually breaks him instead of just a random memory or random towel block, whatever. I just like that. I just like that more.
So, okay, can we explore that for a second? So let's say he goes down that. Why would he care what she says? Why would he care if she's like, oh,
Because if you haven't thought about something a specific way and you've only thought about it one way, and then there's a possibility that it could be something that you don't think, that would break you. That would literally break you. What if you were
I
searching?
said the same thing 5 minutes ago. Well, I didn't break. I didn't say it break, but
It would definitely make you go crazy.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Why?
Like, if you found out your wife's not real, like your entire
But
reasoning
it's
to be
not
on the
true.
island's like not real at all.
Hold
Like you're
on.
going to be
This
broken.
is a person he met 3 days ago, telling him that his wife's not real. Like, why would he listen to that?
It doesn't matter. He already knows he has a connection with her. He literally has a connection with her. He learned lessons from her, Moet.
Yeah,
He's already learned. He's already
3
learned.
days ago.
It doesn't
That was
matter.
a
He's already
setup.
learned lessons. And if this is something that makes him snap, like, whoa, wait, it's like, and then in his mind, which he has fully, he starts connecting like Remember how he was sitting on the outside thing in his memory, and then there's no one. He thinks someone touched it, but there was no one there. What if you then start seeing those memories come back in because he was blocked by the leader of the ninja or whatever? Basically, what the other girl said. Like I feel like that would have been a little bit better than the immediate memory loss into him having to gain it back or whatever it is.
If we're hanging out for 3 days and you come try and tell me that my wife isn't real,
3 days, it's
I got
13
a lesson
episodes.
for you too. Mind your fucking business.
Yeah,
Okay?
but
You
Yeah,
don't need to
exactly.
talk about it.
But that's exactly what he's talking about. It's gonna break him.
It's literally gonna break him.
How's it gonna break him if I tell you to mind your business?
Whether it makes him flip on them, or it actually makes him realize, wait, this could be real. It would break him. It's breaking doesn't mean like no, everything's fake, whatever. It could also mean he gets angry at the people he's been working with. Like it makes for good story either way.
And do what? Okay, so he gets angry at them and what? Kills them?
no, he
I don't
has
know, I
like
haven't
internal
watched.
conflict.
But it is. It's just. It just makes, in my
Would there be
opinion,
a conflict?
yes, it would be a
I
conflict.
just disagree. I just disagree. I guess.
Well, why wouldn't it be a conflict? It would literally be a conflict. You're telling me this person isn't real. Person in the middle of my fighting, like, yo, I'm fighting this god right here. What do you mean?
Because there's no real conflict here. We're all on this island. We have to survive the fight. I'm just telling you, and you're trying to come to me and tell me while we're fighting that my wife isn't real. I would tell you to mind your business.
bro,
But I'm not. It's no
the-
conflict. It's not. We're fighting over it.
no, dude, it's
We
not
also
gonna be.
have
It's
one
not gonna be
common
my.
goal.
It's not gonna be mind your business. You know, I know it's not gonna be mind your business because the girl started crying when she thought it could be fake. So if it means that much to her, it's gonna be crazy to him. The girl was literally breaking down,
Come
like,
on.
no.
But she's been an emotional mess the whole life.
That's
Three
true.
episodes.
Okay,
Hey,
but that
hey,
also
keep in
rubbed on
mind,
me.
keep in
That
mind.
also
I
rubbed
didn't
on-
say that. Keep in mind, I didn't say that she was a mess.
But that also rubbed off on Bobby
Calm
Morrow
down.
several times, dude. Several episodes. Like that also rubbed off on him several times. The compassion, the loving, the all this stuff, like whatever the hell it is.
But you haven't seen him shed one tear. You haven't seen anything in this series that would lead you to believe that he would just break apart like.
He's literally cast aside his I don't care, I'm gonna kill, this is all this. Like he's got it back several times, right? It's been back and forth. But he's literally changed his ways several times in this series.
Yeah, remember in the beginning where they were gonna kill each other, and they were like, I'll let you live.
But even that, when he was deciding that was a cool-headed decision because he was like, "You're gonna get in my way too much. I should."
No,
just
that was just like him rationalizing it. But his main thing was like
That's what I'm
he had
saying.
like flashbacks about his wife, or like not flashbacks. We don't know, but he's like thinking it's like, okay, well, I can't just tell him it's like, oh, my wife wouldn't be happy if I did that. He's gonna make up some reason so he doesn't look like some nerd who only listens to his wife.
But he is a nerd who only listens to his wife.
And we respect him for it.
And like I said, all
Kind
I'm
of.
saying is that I haven't seen him flip out. I haven't seen him do anything that would lead me to believe that he would just flip out like that. He would just lose his mind.
I don't know. He'd definitely break. He's literally questioned what he thought several times and changed several times. That's the whole
He
thing about the show.
changed.
Yes, he has to change up everything too. Even using Tao, you have to change up. He had to change up what he was thinking. He can't just attack it with pure power. He has to be strong, weak, strong, weak.
Strong, weak,
He's
strong,
changed. He's been adapted. I'm sure this would break him in a way that it either makes him attack them in a sense that could be that crazy, right? It could be so. It's a revelation. It could be like that breaks his psyche to that way, or it just makes him either break down and just doesn't have the will to fight. There's like so many things. He just lost his will to fight potentially. There's so many things that could happen more. I'm not saying he's going to kill the people or anything. I'm saying I just think it would have been a better story.
I just disagree. I like the way they have it this way.
That's fair. I think you're wrong. But that's because
also the creators of the manga think you're wrong.
No, they just went this way. That doesn't mean they think I'm wrong. Maybe they didn't even think about it from this perspective. You could do something. You could do something the same way the entire time, and you maybe never thought about another perspective of it happening. And once you realize that, I was like, oh, cool, that could have worked too. Yeah.
Helen Poke game.
No, they came up to that conclusion and they scrapped it.
Nah, come on, little bro. That's just hater energy. You like your hater energy, bro?
That's big Moet hater.
Yes.
Big hater.
All right.
That's why you did it 6 times alone.
You can't say that. You can't bring personal attacks into this.
Well, From my perspective, it's not a personal attack.
There we go.
It's a podcast
About to
attack.
double
But
up
maybe,
on-
but maybe from Mo's perspective, it could have been a personal attack. But you know
It
what? I
definitely is.
disagree. And because I'm the writer or the teller of this story,
You are
I'm
not the
correct.
writer or
I'm
the
teller.
teller. You
I'm the teller
are-
of this
you are-
story. I'm correct.
You are the consumer. All right, that's it.
That's crazy.
Oh, it definitely was a personal attack. There was no one else in that act. Like, what
Oh.
else are you targeting?
That's
Be
what I'm saying.
somebody else. Could have been Chris.
Oh, that's true. There is Chris in the equation.
Man. But it's fine. Like I just think it could have been. I don't like the just pure memory loss. I think there's a lot of ways they could have went about this and what I think the future is going to be with it. But again, it's fine. We're supposed to have different opinions. That's what happens.
I mean, it's too early to tell. Like, we don't know what's gonna happen. So, like, maybe he does it well. Maybe he does it garbage.
I've already predicted the
The
rest of
show?
the anime, so unfortunately, I know exactly what happens.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you went and read it?
No, I've just predicted it.
Oh,
He's predicting.
okay.
I've foreseen
What's
it.
happening? You want to tell us?
Don't spoil
Nah, I'll
me,
keep it a
please.
surprise. I'll keep it a surprise.
It's a prediction. It's not a spoil.
No,
But it's not a prediction for me. It might be a prediction for you, but it's a fact for me.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't want to be spoiled, please.
Also-
and there's no. Oh yeah, please.
I absolutely love the way they do comedy in this throughout this series. Yurizi Hassan, the slime girl, and the blind guy, like the way they just bounce off each other is beautiful. At the end, when they have their little conversation, it's like, "Hey man, you're not really like this. What's up? You're off." And it's just like, man, they just have humor with each other. I love it.
Hmm.
Like I wouldn't believe that the blind guy is the one that brings humor into the show, but he does. Like the serious blonde guy, not like some like clown. You
Bro,
know?
he has some dad jokes too. He's like,
Yeah.
what was the scene with what's her actual name? Not Rebecca.
Sagari.
Sagari, yeah, where it's the blind guy with Sagari, and he's like, "Oh, you should like my wit," and she's like, "Oh no, you're as sharp as usual, but I'm just not in the mood." What was the joke he said there?
People just died.
And now's not the time, bro.
We just cut
Shut
flowers out of the homie's body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Out of his eye sockets. I don't know if you remember that. Oh well, lucky for him, he didn't have to see all that.
Thank
Dang.
Yeah.
Mo, now's not the time.
What you mean? Oh, neither one of them could see that. Damn.
Just die.
Yeah, it's a podcast. No one can see.
Thank you for that. Thank you for the blind joke as well. Just thanks for putting that in there. The dead joke and the blind joke. I really like how you tied that in.
I don't know, dude. Like the humor is just absolutely
One
phenomenal.
for you, you liked it?
I like the humor.
Oh yeah, I barely noticed it. I didn't notice what joke he told. I was like, I don't get it.
You don't get it? Stuck in a cave like Diglett, like a jelly bird, no Christmas, like Fire Blast, you missed it.
I got it. And I was like, these guys' sense of humor sucks.
That was hard.
This guy stinks.
Whoa.
Whoa.
But what do you guys think about the anime overall? Also, new season, obviously, it's already confirmed.
Yeah, I didn't watch the trailer.
I saw
Yeah.
the trailer.
There's a trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There's no.
Or like a sneak peek or something. I don't know.
There's no
Oh.
sneak peek.
I watched
Wait, are you
the
talking
end
about
credits.
are you talking about the end credits? Is that what you're
No.
referring to?
Well, maybe it is the same thing, but I watched the end credits. But like, I saw a thing on YouTube about a season 2 sneak peek or something. I'm pretty sure the end credits can't be the sneak peek for the next season. Like that's would make sense.
The trailer I saw didn't have anything special.
How long was it?
Like 30 seconds, maybe 20 seconds.
Oh, then it might have been the same thing. Was it just like the people are coming?
Basically.
Oh, yeah. Then never mind.
It's
That
basically
would
the
be
end
the
of
end
the show.
credits.
Basically the end. This is a 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10 seriously. Very amazing.
Yeah,
Start to
I
finish,
really
I
enjoyed it.
enjoyed
9 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I make a 8.75 out of 10 for me.
I'll give it a 9. Even the things I didn't like about it earlier on, like once I see like the whole perspective of the season, I changed my mind on certain things.
Yeah.
Give it a 10.
I said in the beginning, like the first episode, it was so good, and I felt like they wouldn't be able to maintain such high quality between the story and everything else, and they really did.
Give it to him. Good job, Mappa. You did it.
There are definitely some times where the animation fell off, though. Like, I think in the last episode, the dude didn't have a nose while fighting or something, and there's like they certain. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, okay, Curlin. Okay, never mind.
Oh yeah, no nose is the perfect nose.
So we can't make fun of blind people, but people who know noses?
Mm,
I hypocritical,
Yeah.
Joey.
no, on me.
Let us know what you think about Hell's Paradise.
Down below. And
Is your soundboard down? Turn your soundboard down. Make sure it's down.
Wait,
Come through your speaker.
wait,
I have no
What do
idea
you-
how to control it. Just
what do you-
fucking blast it.
what do you mean?
Bottom left. It's the bottom left.
What do you
I mean,
mean?
bottom right. Oh no, this bottom left. I got my starboard and port mixed up.
Okay, I see. Yeah, it's down.
Nice. I really enjoyed this show.
No,
All right. What's the next thing you want to talk about?
that's it.
That's it. He said that's it. He said that's it.
I'll wrap it up.
Well,
I'm
well,
done
what-
talking.
Wrap it up, chimp. Wrap it up.
I just wrapped it up. I said the show's a 9 out of 10.
Thank you everybody for watching the CFP podcast. There's a little quick episode today. I did watch the final episode of MASH, which I thought was pretty interesting, but they don't want to talk about it anymore. So we'll see y'all in the next one.
You
Peace.
can talk about it.
I said peace.